Sometimes it's lonely being a pollster with ethics. Take vaccine safety, for instance. Rasmussen Reports is the only mainstream pollster asking questions and reporting on the horrifying results. Vaccines might be our loneliest topic, but Hunter Biden and the Biden family corruption is probably in a not too distant second. Did you know that Rasmussen was the first to ask the public about Hunter Biden and corruption? And as far as I can tell, we're only one of two polling outfits that acknowledged the topic before the 2020 election. Here's the results from October 26, 2020, where 54% of likely U.S. voters said that Biden was consulted about and perhaps profited from Hunter's overseas business deals, including at least one involving a company in mainland China. And even today, we continually ask questions on the topic, while the mainstream tries its hardest to ignore it. Unfortunately, new developments like GarageGate keep popping up, so we have to keep asking questions. Here's a recap of the latest Biden corruption highlights. 61% of voters currently think it is likely Biden was consulted about and perhaps profited from his son Hunter's overseas business deals, including at least one involving a company in mainland China. 62% of voters approve of the congressional Republican plan to investigate Hunter's overseas business deals, 42% strongly. Only 23% strongly disapprove. 48% of voters say that if the media had fully reported the story about Hunter Biden's laptop before the 2020 election, that it isn't likely that Biden would have been elected president. Only 29% of voters say that it's very likely he still would have been elected president. 51% say it's likely Biden has committed impeachable high crimes and misdemeanors since becoming president. 34% say very likely, and 27% say not at all likely. And finally, a majority of all voters, including a third of Democrats, support impeaching President Biden, including 38% who strongly support it and only 30% who strongly oppose impeachment. That's a pretty robust body of work. But here's the problem. Last week, classified documents were discovered unprotected at Biden's home in Delaware, and it raised the possibility that Hunter Biden had access to them. And so we had to ask another question set. Here's what we found. How likely is it that information from classified documents was used by Biden's son Hunter Biden in his foreign business deals? 60% of voters. That's an incredible number. 60% of voters say likely. That's the highest number we've ever seen implicating Joe Biden in anything. Even our highest numbers for fraud affecting the outcome of the 2020 elections was only 58%. 44% say it's very likely that Hunter Biden used classified documents for his business deals, and only 16% say not at all likely. The party numbers don't look good for the Bidens. 85% of Republicans say it's likely, and 62% of independents, again a record for independents, on any Biden corruption issue. Only 14% of independents say it's not at all likely. But 36% of Democrats also think it's likely that the Bidens were profiting off of classified information. 51% of Democrats say it isn't likely, but only 28% say not at all likely. A special counsel is currently investigating how classified documents from the Obama administration ended up at Joe Biden's home in Delaware and his private office at a DC think tank. Is Biden's handling of classified documents a major scandal, a minor scandal, or no scandal at all? 48% of voters say it's a major scandal, and another 24% say a minor scandal. Another 24% say it isn't a scandal. Again, to the party numbers, 87% of Republicans think it's a scandal, 73% major, and 76% of independents, 50% major. That's a really big deal, but 55% of Democrats think it is also at least a minor scandal, but again, only 23% say major. 40% of Democrats think it isn't a scandal. Do you agree or disagree that members of the Biden family have been influence peddling for a decade? 59%, again, an incredibly big majority, agree, and 46% strongly agree. Only 18% of all voters strongly disagree. The party numbers are consistent here, with 82% of Republicans, 60% of independents, and even 37% of Democrats agreeing. Only 35% of Democrats strongly disagree. These numbers are absolutely horrifying for the Bidens. Nearly the entire opposition party thinks he's influence peddling and profiting off of foreign business deals while leveraging classified information. And a strong and growing majority of independents agree. Even among Democrats, he only gets what I would call a tepid defense. Where does this go next? Who knows? But I can guarantee you we will be the only pollsters asking honest questions about it. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube so you don't miss it. And thanks for watching.